try to see clearly like kids with corrective lenses and have a cautious outlook when it comes to my friends, trends, and the sentence. I'm protective of my blood and sweat investments and won't object to another perspective. Record my insight in a rap book. Live life relentless, remain perceptive, and maintain the objective to catch you in my broadband output. Now look around as you observe your town to the soothing sounds, whether asphalt, streets, grass under feet or surrounded by concrete. Keep it moving, improving your old proven grounds by leaps and bounds. Out to earn that crown and avoid them stray bullets. I say it could be any day, so enjoy the hours to the fullest. Don't accept the obstacles in my way, get a grip and pull it down when
in this jungle it is dangerous.
Say what now?
Enough countries, things are serious. You should know that it is up to us.
And I know
my brother is murderous.
And I know
my brother is murderous.
Give me the keys to the cockpit and a pilot's license, and please, I'm bound to take flight to a place where I can avoid the strife. I'm thinking something tropical, sandy and soaked with sunlight. Then it dawned on me, strife follows those who live trife and exist wherever there is life. I flip it like I'd rather be a friend than enemy or foe. And just to let you know, if you got a bad case of whack flows, I got the remedy for those, let it be told. Plenty seem to be out to exploit your pessimistic tendencies intentionally. Mention me a soldier of survival, recruiting my rivals during rhyme recitals to the 6-foot wave I'm titled. When the mind's not idle, they still try to get over but won't, like poor pole vaulters. I advise them try again, persistence is vital, man.
In this jungle it is dangerous.
That is dangerous,
Enough countries, things are serious.
That is serious.
You should know that it is up to us.
And I heard
my brother is murderous.
And I know
my brother is murderous.
And I know
in this jungle it is dangerous. Enough countries, things are serious.
said you gotta watch out.
You should know that it is up to us.
And I know
my brother is murderous.
I know
my brother is murderous. Murderous.
For real, right? That's right. Just as I suspected. Another day, you don't even recognize me. And I was told to always respect the grown folks. We might be you. I'd imagine passing through my youth. Now I know, never neglect the younger your olds. They're the ones who need you. And so I script my prose, peeping evil, and the good is juxtaposed. What the fuck? Okay, so you guys to see me back to the F. Believe blue rocks to being practiced for the quest. Be true, stop conceding, tackle the test. As sure as Mr. G thefts, welfare's in my best interest. I can tell you like the products of the time we invest. Got it? We in your head like government hands in your pocket. So when yours get in, all you can do is fiddle with the lint a little. Don't diddle riddled, waiting for the opportunity to beat a missile. Just wanna blow that place to smithereens, let it go. See, we the water for the drought that got you in a willow withering. Weathering the whatever with no slip, like the hooves of cliff dwelling ghosts. Rhythm driven, gliding in, something like an ultralight minus the satellite guidance system. Intermixing different pigments, hope we got the color right. Brightly covering your whole village, know that these two coats. Like a wolf in sheep's clothes, except I'm in cahoots with the shepherd. I suppose it shows, like the spots that categorize a leopard. Not just the same rhetoric with a new method. Some say an exceptional effort, illustrating uncontested excellence. But you should form your own opinion. Heard that very statement stated once before. Cause we got brand new breakthroughs, completely improved for the people. But ain't nobody thinking about that. So the experts have been called into work. We could be you. Yeah, they say, but I still try to get away. Brand new breakthroughs, completely improved for the people. But ain't nobody thinking about that. So the experts have been called into work. We could be you. Yeah, they they say, but I still try to. I'm not here to be the sweet talking, advantage taking, manipulating, loyalty faking, claims taking, layman. Chronic blazing, shameless paper making, opportunists, prominent opponents for the using. I like to think I'm part of the solution, although I'm causing some confusion by not pursuing golden goals or positions of power over the poor souls. Rejecting my conditioning, distancing myself from the prefabricated state. So when the bell rings, it's just the dogs that salivate. Can you honestly state that's solely a canine trait? Wait, come take some. It's none other than your favorite plate, but you're aware of who made it. Make no mistake, the time's been well wasted. We created brand new breakthroughs, completely improved for the people. But ain't nobody thinking about that. So the experts have been called into work. We could be you. Yeah, they say, but I still try to get away. Brand new breakthroughs, completely improved for the people. For real, but ain't nobody thinking about that. So the experts have been called into work. We could be you. Yeah, they say, but I still try to get away. Ain't nobody thinking about that.
For the people.
So experts. If you want something to say, you can say it to everybody. Chance one. Normalcy is a myth, y'all, isn't it? Check your neighbor's closets. Hey, yo, hey, buddy, come a little closer and peep this. No secret that you survive as the fittest and not one of the weakest. It's easy to agree with what you see when you rely on the community and nature keeps repeating the sequence. But what about the steps that ascend to the next level and the trends that lend a hand in holding you close to the starting point? I've committed no crimes unless encouraging my cronies to pass the finish line is considered treason to the daily grind. If so, I'm content to sit hand in hand on my front porch, sorting through my thoughts, exporting what I can when consorting with like clansmen on future plans, avoiding the informally asked, don't you do anything normal? Plenty, but nothing you'd expect. What gets me is the constant concern with what vibe I project and how I do it, when the focus should be the effect and how it's ruined. Your bogus me movements, where's the respect?
Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax.
Don't you do anything normal?
Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax.
And don't you do anything normal?
Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax. I do not seem regular in the face of competitors, kid. In particular, flow the liquid to drown your sedative with. I misplaced the blueprint for Formula 2 producing. Slumber minutes a week, the results of deep delusion. No patterns of notion, innovating awkward motion. Approach boasting, I'm holding a brush with a stroke potent. These quotes provoke cranium with stimulation. Arteries pump creation to the drain my circulation. I'm fading out and in, barely breathing shallow, beyond the norm. Torn between truth and senseless babble. Traveling 4-4 offbeat, discreet speaking. A beast leaking over melons and it appears indecent. This season, without reason, I'm hunting the feeble-minded. Go and find it. Lost without 16 bars, rewind it. And find unorthodox, audible, wise, hostile. Black Sabbath listening, abnormal apostle. Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax.
Don't you do anything normal?
Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax.
Don't you do anything normal?
Noticeably orthodox,
retarding motion,
average and lax. I emerged from the ranks of the abnormal, strange, being in the frame of a black mortal, seeking means of escape from the monotonous. See, I'd rather be eating my words than what they force down your esophagus. Informally sterilized, the universal slogan. Tried running like Logan, but I'm only going in slow motion. Nothing less than a perfect picture when I brush canvas.
irregular, above average like Mike Sanders. Ran this, the unorthodox talk that rocks blocks, and you rookies are in no position to call shots. We don't fit the description of your usual suspects. Hotter than sun gets, you better prepare for the upset. Even though we supposed to be all one under God, on most of the occasions find myself siding with the underdog. Fuck the winning team with their players on puppet strings. I remain twisted and continue crushing things.
Don't you do anything normal.
Noticeably orthodox.
Retarding motion.
Average and lax.
Don't you do anything normal.
Noticeably orthodox.
Retarding motion.
Average and lax.
And don't you do anything normal.
Noticeably orthodox.
Retarding motion.
Average and lax.
Make it up and then I'll do the same.
So leave your ciphers and you don't.
Unorthodox.
Think of fluid thought.
Unorthodox.
Fluid thought.
So leave your ciphers and you don't.
Far too much for me to wait for. I like the fingers on your hand, minus the thumb, cause you know most people don't include the thumb when talking about fingers. Which hand? 2. Who are you doing this for? Who am I doing this for? Is it you or is it me? It could be selfish after wealth, greedy, envy-driven villainy. Wickedly developed past the sinister stage to the realm of hell-inspired, insidious misuse phrase. It could uplift, but instead induce rage. My only choice is to introduce the plague. Here it is. Hold on to your high horses. I'd like for you to meet the opposing forces. They'll be redecorating your world. I'll provide the theme music. Oh, trust me, I'm qualified. Consider me considerably unattentive when being played. Uninventive, mundane, uninformative, plain, seemingly endless, boring, yarn-inducing. Although it increases my incentive to be inventive while displaying total control. Lo and behold, the oral dexterity when dispersing similes as if I write then recite the word like. Metaphors made to move in the manner of monsoons, unmistakably undetainable in various aspects, unrestrainable, worryless, anti-plastic, grammatics above average. My name is Blue Rum 13. I heard a rumor that you had a microphone. I'd like to flex now if you don't mind. There's far too much for me to wait for. There's nothing like immersing yourself deep in a lake of words. Stay submerged and emerge with slurs, sentences, and fragmented, abstract but pragmatic thoughts of mine. And you're not even sure of my sincerity? You won't have to ask. I do not act as a rap addict. In fact, it's become a habit for me to flash rapid rhymes that cast graphic images inside minds, wherever that is. Point to it and I'll grab time on the line with science meets magic. Don't worry about the theories, miss. They're theories. There you have it, comfortably like old baby blankets. Hold the frayed and tattered fabric. Feel as though you need to be rocked to sleep while you draw on your knees and feet into your fetally position, suckling for something to eat. There's far too much for me to wait for. There's far too much for me to wait for. There's far too much for me to wait for. Fortunately, I cathartically place my pen, staining papyrus with scattered thoughts, just fragmented ideas. I must be intoxicated by the head rush. I can't even think straight, let alone walk. I let my talk do the walking, gawk as it struts the rhythm. Watch when my strides spend the size of Sasquatch. No, I've never seen them, but imagine if you can me, stepping over chasms, letting my wings expand, flying high enough to glide above, blocking out the light. Appears as though you must bask in the shadow of flow. It's out of your control. My psychobabble rattles your soul, so shards of your shell scattered and shatter like shrapnel. Rapper is as rapper does. Soon you'll have to know how about afterwards. There's far too much for me to wait for.
Ok, c'est parti.
Sick, tired, exhausted. I can't stand it. Gear up, y'all. Weather, yo. No testing, progressing past check 3. Expectancy and exercising expertise. Innovation in the recipe, my specialty. So rest at ease when I raise the heat a few degrees. Scorching the combustible, forcing you to feel the untouchable. I take control, not advantage like the untrustable. Those who manage to manipulate you while your antics are frantic. Once you're distracted, they're after your gold. So guard your pot like a paranoid leprechaun, or an obsessive weed head smoking his stash up at dawn, giggling to himself, defecating on his neighbor's lawn. I ain't gonna stay here, just something I had to touch upon, so I'll start to make it clear. Y'all bust raps and misfire. Witness the fully automatic riff rhyme. I gear up, designer spit. I'm sick, tired, sick, tired, and sick, sick, sick and tired, sick, tired, sick and feeling exhausted. That would be a good time to get that shit started again. Yo, I can't stand it. There's a panic on the planet that I've landed. The ship's busted, I'm stranded, won't take it for granted. Outcommanded, expanding my bandwidth. Come on and amplify, I can't stand it. There's a panic on the planet that I've landed. The ship's busted, I'm stranded, won't take it for granted. Outcommanded, expanding my bandwidth. Come on and amplify. Sound of words crash into your inner ear like kamikaze pilots minus the casualties. I still don't see how someone managed to turn innocent deaths collateral damage and pass it off as something to smatter your battle plans with. Should invert the disgust like a handstand or half a front flip. You do it for the love if the sex was tantric, even if you like it rough. I hear too much people might give up, thinking of stopping their heart, saying life is tough. Life is easy for the most part, but the living just fuck it up. Them greedy bastards fuck it up. Them ignorant, malicious, power-hungry sons of yo, assuming that they can't be touched, but the finger of blame is steady on truth's trigger, aimed in the name of justice. Be ready, I'm sick and tired and tired and tired and tired. I can't stand it. There's a panic on the planet that I've landed. The ship's busted, I'm stranded, won't take it for granted. Outcommanded, expanding my bandwidth. Come on and amplify, I can't stand it. There's a panic on the planet that I've landed. The ship's busted, I'm stranded, won't take it for granted. Outcommanded, expanding my bandwidth. Come on and amplify. Ill and exhausted. Still I feel I should've caused kids for not coming off when they claim it's their cause to rip. Yelling hardcore, yeah, nothing but softness falls from their lips. I heard you say you never lost, sure, don't include your forfeits. Whatever you can have, your fabricated planet to yourself, your fraudulent form of living. Oh, and I wish you could help, cause them other items listed might only be seen as insignificant in sickness. Yes, all those shiny things could be gone with the quickness, so follow the bling. Instead I fill entire notebooks with my outlook, and decades later heads will still admire the skilled writer, and still I will spit fire, getting live for crowds who flick they flint lighters. Lift the kids, get higher. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired. Tired. That's good. That's good. Tired. Tired.
1, 2, 1, 2. Blue room, yo, blue room. Better check your Rolex.
Yo, I don't know if they recognize.
My man here know what time it is.
Chance one. Chance one.
Resembling that of a prophet. Double for cake, that's off topic. Me and Blue Room lacing tunes with them chop it. Stop, listen and look, it took timing. Earning respect for complex rhyme designing. Find me in the dustiest crates, wait. Dominating breaks like solid state. I hate the term, nigga. Blunts you burn, nigga. Confused when African raps a hill figure. Figure me the type to lace mics and late night. Something's going on, my dad, it don't play right.
avalanches. They can't stand up against the man that gives them one chance. And me rum, blue bounding beyond these bums to intrigue some to think complete freedom.
Yeah, done, we don't need it to perpetrate, we had to pay, leaving them debating whether or not the dates or times. People need the flaws to rhyme, and still your shadow minds are lost to time.
Welcome to the Genesis, way before we had a nemesis. What's the relevance? We be in every breath.
Blessed with thoughts godly, yes. Hardly ever taking a rest, cause life's a test.
Welcome to the Genesis, way before we had a nemesis. What's the relevance? We be in every breath.
Blessed with thoughts godly,
yes.
Hardly ever taking a rest, cause life's a test.
Minimal subliminal interference, my perseverance compares to where you first dared to appear and swear against the emerald stare. Still you doubt it's fair that I had no time to spare, no peace of mind to share. Release the lock from your bind and account for the silent
Hear
tears.
your fears, the pain's inaudible, often sleeping. Be the moment my mind's leaking, seeping wisdom. Blue room in a cone prism,
frozen stone from Hondism.
It's rhythm, poetry, the fallacies for poetry. Watch it closely, no name, remain low-key.
Sustained only if you're on the same train. Clones attempt to hold me detained, but my brain knows how to say no. Poetic flows glow like a halo.
Say bro, my soul glow too like Afro pits. After this, chance of 13 grand on match.
Above average passes, rabbits, half-ass rap savages.
With this magic shit, tragically hit like hypodermics.
Mr. Downey, now these thought trains collided and spilled what they contain. Set the scene aflame, of course it's a different sort of game.
Maintain composure, radio airwaves of stand shoulder. Depend on the rhythm to bring you closer. Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop. Keep on. Blue room, you don't stop. Don't stop. Take your time. You don't stop. You lost the time.
Welcome to the Genesis, way before we had a nemesis. What's the relevance? We be in every breath.
Blessed with thoughts godly,
yes.
Hardly ever taking a rest, cause life's a test.
Welcome to the Genesis, way before we had a nemesis. What's the relevance? We be in every breath.
Blessed with thoughts godly,
yes.
Hardly ever taking a rest, cause life's a test.
Genesis, way before we had a nemesis. 113. Every breath. Rock, 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 rock. And free, y'all. Welcome to the Genesis. Check your sundials. Over and over again. Frame time and change the time frame when traveling through the heads of those listening. I remember. I seem to recall my early celestial tracks. Why like cholesterol we crept. Steadily careful not to over or understep, leaving prints that are soon swept away by wind over sand dunes. Kept pace with the rate that the earth rotates, cautiously navigate through space. See oxygen a minimum, contemplation of manipulation of the time continuum. Find a switch, click, everything stalls. From armed robberies to waterfalls. Pause, nasty assault and batteries casually cause casualties to cease. No locomotion, a violent approach to peace. Silent control of speech, compliant speech I let go. Electrolyte currents burn like electrolytes. Concerned with my potential to let flow. Irrigating seeds you would never let grow. Hey, irritating please on your bar. Make me wish you stop your heart and left. Come correct in retro. Respect. Or find out what happens next. And I could alter your mind, or you could alter mine, as long as we was in the same mind frame. They could frame time or change the time frame, and the landscape and things will be the same. See, I could alter your mind, and you could alter mine, as long as we was in the same mind frame. They could frame time or change the time frame, and the landscape and things will be the same. My mind makes everything malleable, somewhat soluble when limited energy in the imagination. Right. I try to play the ultimate spice. I could get delicious with the lyrics, consider it a rhythmical fascination. Right. Illiterate jerks will take time when they close their minds and effort with to comprehend my alliteration. What? Concentration currently causes contorted combinations of assorted images of realization. I'm pretty sure I stand for innovative vocalization and soulful manipulation. contemplation of contemplatable rhymes. 13. See, it's debatable, but there are times when heads are so invadable I can't help but get mine. So I replace the empty space with my personally specialized microchip. Close your head, open your eyes, they re-blue inside, the lights go click. Welcome to another way of thinking. Onto your mind and you could alter mine as long as we was in the same mind frame. They could frame time or change the time frame, and the landscape and things would be the same. And I could